From WNBC TV, this is News 4 New York with Ralph Penza and Anna Bond.
Good evening, I'm Reggie Harris. Ralph Penza has the night off, a night when police are searching for a gunman.
Police are calling the gunman a vigilante. They say that he methodically shot 4 young men on a crowded 7th Avenue IRT Express just north of Chambers Street in Manhattan. The gunman said he shot them because they were trying to rob him. Rolanda Watts has more.
New York City police are calling this the most serious subway crime this year. 4 men, 18 and 19 years old, shot by a gunman who is still at large. A gunman who police say told the conductor of the southbound number 2 train that the 4 victims were trying to mug him, and that's why he shot them. Police say the gunman then fled the train, using the subway tracks as his escape route.
An area search was conducted of the tracks, which failed to reveal the suspect.
The gunman is described as a white man in his late 30s, blonde hair, wearing glasses, and neatly dressed in a gray sweater and blue jacket. 2 of his victims are in critical condition tonight, suffering from gunshot wounds in the chest. The other 2, shot in the back, are in serious condition.
During the investigation, we're interviewing all of the people who were victims of the shooting, as well as some witnesses.
Police say they did find several sharpened screwdrivers in the coat pockets of the victims, screwdrivers sometimes used as weapons or theft tools. Mayor Koch was among those attending tonight's press conference, but he would not comment on the shootings until there is more information.
I came down simply because of the uniqueness of the situation involving 4 people being shot in this incident.
Police officers say incidents like this one are a reminder that crime does increase during the holiday season. But this particular incident also brings to light that some citizens are carrying weapons to protect themselves just in case there's trouble. And while that's comforting to some, others are concerned.
I don't believe people should be holding guns on the subway. I don't think that's a very good idea. Maybe there should be more transit cops down the subway protecting the citizens.
It's a terrible situation. I will also think twice about riding a subway. I just don't like to think about being seated with someone right next to me who has a gun on them.
While the search for the gunman continues, police are hoping to get more clues from anyone who might have been on that train today or on the subway platform, anyone who might have witnessed the shootings. If you have information, call the 1st Precinct. Rolanda Watts, News 4, New York.
Service on the IRT line was shut off for about an hour this afternoon as police searched the subway tunnel for the gunman. Police also say that 3 of the wounded men have criminal records.
We have added a new segment to Q News, Sarah Speaks Up. Each news show, Pam will ask Sarah's students their feelings on new controversial issues. On the first segment, Pam addresses the issue of the New York subway vigilante.
Bernhard Goetz is charged with premeditated murder for the shooting of 4 young men on a New York subway. We went around Sarah High School to find out if they felt it was premeditated murder or self-defense. Excuse me. Do you feel Bernhard Goetz is guilty of premeditated murder, or do you feel it was self-defense?
I feel it was self-defense, because if 4 people came up to me in the subway and said they wanted to rob me, I'd shoot them too.
Ma'am? I feel that if they would have jumped me, I probably would have shot him too, but for the fact that he did have an unlicensed gun, and for the fact that he did shoot him, he has to pay the consequences.
Well, I think Bernhard Goetz is innocent because you know, self-defense. It's New York, you know. Everybody comes up and they give you a hard time and stuff, you know.
I think it's pure self-defense because if he was standing there asking, if those guys were asking him for money and he didn't want to give it to him, then he pulled out his gun and shot him, then I think it was self-defense. I feel that it was self-defense because 4 guys against 1, and if he felt he was going to be robbed, I think that's the only choice that he had.
I think it was self-defense, seriously, because you know, you don't know what people are going to do these days, so gotta be safe. Carry a gun.
Well, I think it was wrong because if I was going to rob somebody, I wouldn't want them to shoot me.
Well, I thought it was self-defense because he already got mugged once and he was scared that he was going to get mugged again, and he was protecting his rights and stuff.
I think it was self-defense because if anybody came up to me and asked for money, especially in the subway, I think I probably wouldn't have killed him, but I'd have gave him a warning shot or something else.
If he didn't have any other choice, I think it was self-defense. As for myself,
I feel that maybe he shouldn't have shot all 4 of them. Maybe just one would, you know, if he would have shot just one, that may have scared the rest of them off. Reporting for Q News, this is Pam LeBlanc.
In a New York jail this morning, Goetz was arraigned yesterday after confessing to the vigilante-style shooting of 4 youths.
He was the original subway vigilante.
Bernhard Goetz got on a subway.
Mild-mannered fella, sitting in the subway car, minding his own. A couple of young toughs come up, demand money. One pulls a screwdriver.
He gave him something, but it wasn't money. He pulled out a .38 caliber and shot them all.
I must break you.
That's the wrong guy to ask for money on the subway.
I think Bernie was watching too many of Charles Bronson's movies.
I wanted to kill those guys. I wanted to maim those guys.
Definitely ripping off Death Wish.
I wanted to make them suffer in every way I could.
He actually shot 4 guys.
That's a little subway rage.
That guy had a hair trigger, didn't he?
When one of the kids was on the ground already shot, Bernie Goetz said, "You don't look so bad, let me give you another."
People say New Yorkers are rude.
This started a rage in New York.
I doubt very seriously, sir, that if those youths had been white, he would have acted similarly.
A lot of people at that time were saying, "Good for you, Bernie."
I don't think he's guilty.
Why not?
Because he didn't really do anything wrong.
Shoot. Ask questions later.
You know what? In his defense, he was having a bad day. His girlfriend broke up with him. He did not win the lottery. Ed McMahon did not come to his house. So, of course, he's going to shoot people.
Judge Crane has dismissed all of the very serious charges with regard to Mr. Goetz.
Bernie Goetz didn't go to jail?
Oh, my God. Can you believe it?
He got away with that jerk off. I get mad at white kids on the train all the time.
What I learned is, you know, don't bring a screwdriver to a gunfight.
Yeah, so she had her calcium. She had her calcium this morning. Squirrel cheek. Her teeth are like chisels instead of being like sharp little points. She's unusual. She has them flat.